I'm Luke Waltz with the Food Ag and Biological Engineering Department of Ohio State. Just wanted to go into some more detail on some of the drone flights we're doing as part of the Battle for the Belt study this summer. We're using a wing trim drone, so we got it here in the flight case. This is a vertical takeoff and landing drone. In a few minutes we'll kind of get it set up and show it taking off, but it's basically a drone that can sit upright and then take off from a fixed location, get up in the air, and then act like a fixed wing aircraft in the air. It's actually got two different cameras on it. So the one that's loaded in right now is it's a Sony RX1R2 camera. There's an SD card in there that captures the images. There's also an SD card here that captures the flight information. So as the drone flies, it'll be gathering GPS information and other aspects of the flight plan it does. The other camera we've got is this Ultim multispectral camera. It's got 6 different bands on it that we can put in, and so when we get done running the Sony here, there's 4 bolts, so we can take the Sony out and then drop this right back in the same spot. So it's basically a drone with a spot for a camera to get bolted in there so we can take high resolution imagery and multispectral imagery across these crops. So we've got the drone here in the case. We're going to take it out and pop it tail fin on it, just like that. It's allowed to sit upright on the drone. Once we get the batteries installed and everything, we'll be ready to have it take off. 2 lithium batteries. These go right here up top. From my experience this summer, I've been getting about 30 to 45 minutes on a flight. Can capture really up to 100 acres. And the nose cone just pops on magnetically here. The back's out here. It's got the lens cap. We'll take the lens cap on, and as I showed earlier, it's just a camera bolted in there, taking downward facing pictures as we fly. Okay, so we've got the drone set up there. We've got the batteries installed. Next up, we get the flight tablet. This is an Android-based tablet. It gets this radio connection. It plugs in over USB-C. Once we have our flight plan loaded in the software here, we can basically go through the checklist, have the drone take off. Part of the checklist is it's confirming that its flaps are working properly. Been through all the pre-flight checklist. We've got the drone set up and ready to go. We're going to now click the go button, and it's going to take off. So as the drone's flying through the air, we've got 5 of these ground control points at the 4 corners, and this is the one in the middle. So that when we get all the images back, we can stitch it together into a single ortho mosaic. And then for these plots, we'll be able to snip out each plot and do an image analysis on each one by itself. So this is a view of the flight tablet. The drone is going overhead and basically like a lawnmower going through the swaths of the field to get images of the whole plot we've got it programmed for. You see it basically comes down the same way it went up. There's a little bit of wind here, so it took some time trying to get the trajectory right so it could get a nice soft landing. So now that our flight's done, we take the batteries out, put it back in its case, and we'll change out the Sony RGB camera for a Waltz multispectral camera. Back in its case, I'll take out the Sony camera, put in the multispectral camera. So we just got 4 screws with the Torx head on them. It's an SD card right there. Put a different cover on because he's got this light sensor on the top. Now we'll get him out. Tail fin back on. Ready to go. Put 2 new batteries in them. Let's put them back on. So that's an overview of some of the data we're collecting using the 2 different cameras available with the wing trim drone. And once we get some of the data and the images put together and analyzed, we'll plan on having a follow-up episode this summer to share what we've been learning. Thanks. We want to thank Nationwide Insurance, the Ohio Farm Bureau, and the Ohio State College of Food, Ag, and Environmental Sciences for their partnership in creating the Ag Tech Innovation Hub and funding this research around collecting data using drones and other sensors as part of the Battle for the Belt project.